What's up, guys? Alex Staunch here. I just wanted to check in with you real quick because I saw an amazing movie last night. What was it, you may ask? Well, it was the 1993 classic, The Super Mario Brothers. Now, I know what you're thinking. That wasn't a very good movie, right? Even though I love the original, most people seem to not care for it. I don't know why. There's a lot of crazy people out there, I guess. It is one of the best video game adaptations, in my humble opinion. I love the whole aesthetic of the thing. I liked how it went with the post-apocalyptic mushroom wasteland. I liked everything about it, which is even better now because we have like a 2 hour cut. There's a 20 minutes extended in this movie, and it is great. It is referred to as the Morton Jankel Cut, put together by some super fans over on the Super Mario Brothers archive. Now, I'll be putting the link to this full movie down in the comments, in the description, all down there. And I wish every one of you would go see it because it is worth it. Trust me. Now, just to get through a few things from the very first shot, this movie is different. It's a different opening all the way. If you remember how it started originally, it was some horrible animation and like it was like, oh, dinosaurs. Well, all that's gone in this one. And here we got this straight up old school take on like dinosaurs, and we get the comet come in, and everything's a bit more darker in tone right off the bat. And right away we get extended scenes with Daisy's mom running around and Koopa trying to find her, and then as soon as the movie gets going, it keeps cutting into these little scenes that some of them aren't even that important. Like for instance, there's a quick shot I think of Mario coming out of the store, and it's just a quick little extended like 3 seconds coming out, and you can see the janky footage, and then it cuts right into the normal movie again. So awesome that they did this. Those few seconds, it's so cool to see. And sometimes it does matter. Like for instance, there's a scene where Mario is taking off his belt and he's putting it on like the ledge of his like vanity little mirror thing, and then he stops to touch the picture of his I'm assuming his parents. And it's just like a little moment, real quick, that was cut out of the movie. In the movie, you see just real quick his hand coming down, and stuff like that is really cool to see because it's just those little world building things that And then the little scenes between Mario and Luigi talking on the way to whenever they're driving, he's driving real fast. He's like, "You just gotta believe, Mario." And then they get there and the Scapellis are there. In the original movie, they just like, "Oh, the Scapellis beat us." And this one, they go in there. There's a whole interaction. There's like a little physical altercation type situation. It's just very cool to see how big a threat the Scapellis really are. Because in the original movie, it's just like, oh, they're like these throwaway mobsters. And this one, they're a little bit more. There's a bit more of a threat. You can tell that they're really out to get the Mario Brothers too, which kind of brings everything full circle at the end of the movie. Another thing that it does, there's some. Oh, by the way, there's some extra Mojo Nixon footage, which is awesome. I had the chance to talk to Mojo a while back, a few years ago. Unfortunately, the audio got deleted where he talked about Mario Brothers, but he said that he went in there, he shot everything. Everything was a shit show. Martin and Jankel were crying outside of the building whenever he showed up to shoot, and then he had to do his whole thing with his head morphing and in the de-evolutionizer or whatever it's called. And he said he did that 18-hour day, got out, booked it to his hotel, got his shit, got to the airport, only to meet a executive telling him, "Hey, all that footage you just shot is useless, and you have to come back." And so he had to go back and do it. And he said he hated the experience, but loves the movie. So that's something. Another thing this movie does is Koopa's like side bit or his bad bitch, his bottom bitch, whatever you want to call her, the girl that was in Three Men and a Little Baby or Lady, 3 Men and a Little Lady. She's great in this movie, by the way. I thought she was so hot when I was younger and watching it again. Anyways, there's a lot more to do with her because we see how like Koopa is all about Daisy. He does not care about this chick at all. He keeps saying how all that matters is Daisy, and there's a lot more of that type of stuff in this movie. And whenever she steals the rock and everything towards the end, it all makes much more sense. Another thing this movie really did that really drove home everything, that if this would have been in the original movie, I think it would have worked out a lot better. In the original movie, the Mario Brothers theme is used only during the intro, during the light motive intro. And this one, it comes out here and there, more often than not. And then at the end, when they get their suits and there's the finale, it's like full on. They did like a little cover of it. I don't know where they got the music. I don't know, what's up with that, but it was a great little addition. I plan on looking more into this movie. Maybe we'll talk about it, but at this point, so many other YouTubers have already done that. I just kind of wanted to give my little hot take on this amazing director's cut. I'll call it the director's cut, the Morton Jankel cut, the fan edit, whatever you want to call it. a few days ago, I uploaded a bizarre musical sequence that was in the movie that was cut, which had Fisher Stevens and the other guy, I forget his name, Spike and Iggy in the movie. They do a like music number rap. It is very strange. So I'm planning on doing a video where I talk about movies with tie-in songs and stuff. This one definitely will make the list. Another thing that I thought was funny is that they made it more of a point to show how and why the Goombas like music and how easy they are to manipulate. There's like a whole lot of extra, little scenes with that, and it was just great to see. It was hilarious, funny stuff. Anyways, guys, there's a lot more going on in that movie than I let on. I don't want to ruin it for everybody. It's it feels a little long in the middle, but then it gets going. There's a lot going for this movie. There's a lot of action. I realized there's a lot of action in this movie. I didn't realize that when I was a kid. Really good watch. The links are down there. If you please consider joining my Patreon over here, and there's a lot of cool shit on my Patreon. I'm putting some stuff up there this upcoming week that won't be available to the normal staunch TV viewers for about a week. I don't like keeping you guys in the dark too long, but it does help a lot. So please consider my Patreon. I also got some shirts for sale. The Teespring link is down there. When you're done with this, go watch that movie. Do it. And I will see you guys soon.